Hi everyone, welcome to DIY Ideas. Today I'm showing you a winter hat crocheted, this time in rows. And here on top we connect the work in the end and make it therefore super simple and therefore also really great for beginners. So if you're looking for something that isn't a scarf and you are still kind of at the beginning of your crocheting journey, then this is the perfect project for you. So I made it interesting for both experienced people and beginners, so make sure to stay tuned if you want to see how I did it. So let me show you the wool of my choice. I have Caron Cake Sprinkles, 9mm needle, so it's going to be a super fast project, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's get started. Here is my yarn and my measuring tape as well as my 9mm needle, so we can get started. I'll do 20-something centimeters of length and chain, so 25 to 28. Let's see what we can get. We will measure to check their length, of course. Okay, let's see. 20. Let's check again. This is a bit too long, so I'll take just a couple of these off. Perfect. Now let's do 2 chains for the height. These 2, and yeah. Now let's go back and half trebles. So each chain gets a half treble. We go through and take a new loop, and then we pull through all 3 loops that we have on our needle. And that's going to be the entire first row. So here is the first row in half trebles. Now I'll continue with, again, 2 chains for the height. Turn, and now I'll go back, and this time I won't go into the actual stitch, so the 2 V's on top. So instead, I'll go into this back section of my stitch that's between my thumbs. So you can just watch, we do yarn over the needle and then we just go through this side piece instead of the top. It's actually a lot easier than you'd expect. And we do a half treble there. So really simple. The point is to push the stitch to the one side and we will actually get a really nice effect in the end. I'll do a couple more and then I'll show you exactly what I mean. Here we have the rib that I wanted to get. Anyway, I'll be back as soon as I finish this row. So I'm here at the end now and I'll take 2 for the height, 2 chains, and I'll turn. And then we change the side that the rib starts on. So it's always gonna keep switching from the one side to the other. So it's going to be visible on both sides, which is going to make a really great effect when you get the whole thing in the end. Just make sure you're always going into the bottom section and not the top of the stitch. and you see that we get the same deal on both sides. So I'll keep doing this for a little while until I get a long enough piece for my head size, and the side that I'm measuring is going to be this one right here where my index finger is. So this one is gonna grow, and when I get the needed length, then I'll show you how to put it together in a really nice hat shape. So you see here that I have quite a bit done, so this is a bit more than 50 centimeters. So about 52, which is exactly what I want. So I measured 54 centimeters when I measured around my head, and I always do a little bit less because it's super stretchy, as you can see. So that way it stays on my head nicely when I wear it. So I do a little bit less than what I actually measure. Anyway, now that we have all of this done, we need to put the two ends together so that it has a loop shape, and after it's gonna look like a hat. So where the white meets the beige. I'll put it to the other side. I think it's gonna be easier that way, and we can start then. Simply go through each stitch of each side and take the thread through. There we go. Take the thread through. And do this with all stitches on the side. So here are the two sides connected now. You may notice that it's actually really cool. It matches the ribs that we have all over the side anyway. Okay, so now I'll leave about 30 to 40 centimeters of my end thread, and then I'll cut there. Pull out. And there we are. Now we need our darning needle, or actually any bigger sewing needle will work. The bigger the better. And now we will go through the one side through each stitch. So we go all around. I'm almost at the end, and now that I pulled the thread through all of the stitches and pulled it tight a bit more, we get the really cool closing on top that also gives us our nice hat shape in the end. So now I'll go through the top a couple more times just to weave in and secure the stitch, as well as to close up the hole so that it's not as visible as it is now. And finally, we can weave in the thread. And yeah, you could have done a pom-pom on top if you wanted to, but I think it looks nice as it is. So yeah, I'll weave this in really quick. So you could easily do this a little bit longer, so just do more chains in the beginning and then make the hat longer and get a really nice fold like this. So you can do that if you like, it's completely optional. It really depends on what you like and want to get as an end result. You can also make it short and leave that out, so as you wish, it's really up to you. Anyway, I just need to weave in the beginning thread and then we will be absolutely completely done. So for this project, I needed a total of 100 grams or 110 grams. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to shoot a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in one of our next videos. Until then, have a wonderful day. Bye!